If you're a creator working with 3D models, you know this headache all too well. You've just poured hours into a complex design, and now for the really hard part, showing it to someone who doesn't have your expensive, specialized software. It's a universal frustration, and today we're diving into a really elegant solution that was born from that exact problem.
And that frustration leads to this question, right? Why isn't there a clean, lightweight, browser-based viewer I can control myself? It's a question so many of us have probably muttered under our breath. It's not about needing another giant paid platform. It's about something fundamental, a simple way to share a model without making your clients or your team jump through a million hoops.
So let's start there. Section 1, the persistent collaboration problem. We're going to break down exactly how all that friction really adds up.
Okay, so put yourself in this situation. You're working in a powerhouse CAD system. Maybe it's FreeCAD or Inventor or SolidWorks. You've done the hard creative work, but now you just need some simple feedback from a client or maybe your manager. The problem? They don't live in your software world. And this slide just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the creator's workflow, humming along with all these powerful tools. But on the right, that's the client's reality. They're being told to install some weird app, create an account they'll never use again, and navigate some totally unfamiliar software. All just to look at one file. It's a huge barrier. So because of that barrier, what do? We fall back on these clunky workarounds. We send static screenshots that totally lose the 3D feel. Or maybe we make screen recordings, which are a little better, but it's still just a one-way conversation. Or my favorite, exporting a step file and then playing the guessing game of who has which software installed. All that friction, it just slows everything down. All right, so after all that frustration, what's the answer? Well, it turns out the most elegant solution wasn't some bigger or more complex platform. It was something radically simple. It was just a link. And here it is. This is that solution in action, the E3D Viewer. Look how clean that is. It runs right in a web browser. Anyone you send the link to can immediately open it up, rotate the model, pan around, zoom in. There are no accounts to make, no software to install, zero friction. It just works. So what is it exactly? At its core, the E3D Viewer is a tool built for a very specific purpose: to make collaboration in engineering workflows fast and, more than anything, incredibly simple.
And this focus on simplicity is everything. The entire workflow is designed around it. You just upload a common file type, like a GLB or 3MF file, and it generates a single link you can share. That's it. Sometimes the most powerful features are the ones that are actually missing. In this case, no logins, no installs.
What this really does is create what you could call a common language for 3D viewing. It doesn't matter if the model originally came from SolidWorks or Inventor or FreeCAD, and it definitely doesn't matter if the person looking at it has ever even heard of those programs. It's this amazing platform-agnostic bridge that just seamlessly connects the creator and the reviewer.
But, just seeing the geometry of a model isn't always enough. In a lot of professional workflows, color isn't just for decoration. It's actually data, and making sure that data comes through perfectly is absolutely critical.
To really get why this is a big deal, you have to look at the file formats themselves. You've got the classic STL format, which most of us know. It's just a workhorse for geometry, but it's monochrome, no color. But then you have these more modern formats like 3MF and GLB, and these carry full color and material data. By supporting these, the E3D Viewer makes sure that what the designer creates is exactly what the client sees.
And trust me, that color data has a huge real-world impact. For an engineering review, different colors can show different parts in an assembly or visualize the results of a stress analysis. For 3D printing, it means you can accurately preview a multi-material print before you waste time and money. And for quality control, color coding is often used to verify parts or flag potential defects. If you lose that color, you are losing vital information.
So a tool like this, it does more than just solve one person's frustration. It actually points toward a much bigger shift in how we all collaborate on physical products. It's really about the future of 3D viewing. Ultimately, what this is about is democratizing access to complex visual information. It's about pulling 3D models out of the exclusive world of engineers with their high-end workstations and putting them right into the hands of the entire team, the managers, the clients, the marketing folks, with the same ease as sharing a Google Doc.
And that naturally leads to the next question, doesn't it? If we can make just viewing a model this simple, what's the next step? How can we make the rest of the collaboration process even more effortless? What other barriers can we tear down?
Well, this project is already looking ahead. People are thinking about future features like being able to select and highlight specific parts, creating exploded views for assemblies, or even having simple measurement tools. This isn't just a static tool, it's an evolving platform. And it leaves us with a final thought. When we remove all that friction from our tools, how much faster can our ideas really move?